Hey, Golden Child. Welcome back to move this stuff over because I know I am recording from two different devices. I'm on YouTube. So if you want to catch the replay, you got to catch me over there. This daggone thing, because it's flipped. Okay, that makes sense. But I ain't gonna worry too much about that. But welcome back to another one of my videos. Today is Tuesday, and on Tuesdays, I need to put this one over here. On Tuesdays, trying to get this stuff set up. You know what? I'm just going to put that here. But on Tuesdays, I do my book talks. And I started these on YouTube. If you're on my YouTube, you know. I have been doing these probably for like 5 months now. And this came from me doing a book talk on my first book. I am a self-published author, and the title of my book is It's All in Me, My Journey to Freedom and Living Abundantly. And this thing is stressing me out, y'all. I'm a little bit OCD. It's a tad bit. A tad bit OCD. So that thing being off center was disturbing me a little bit. But I figured it out. I got it together. But I'm gonna try to keep it brief. Because it's late and I need to get my babies to bed. But I am super excited about this. But I started these back in probably like November or December of last year, when I did a book talk on my book, It's All in Me, My Journey to Freedom and Living Abundantly. And all of those videos are on my YouTube channel at Jaleesa the Golden Child. If you want to go check those out over there, make sure you follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. But I am super duper excited about today's book that I'll be talking about. So this is not your regular like book club. I come in and I share about the book that I'm reading or the book that feels aligned for me to share in the moment. All the previous book talks, the most recent ones, were on a book called A Happy Pocket Full of Money. And I just finished that one, I think, a couple of weeks ago. So now I am moving on to a book called Parenting the Child You Have. And it is by Aypril Porter. And this book, like, I literally just binged read this book, and it has helped so much with my parenting and just with how I see and parent my kids. So again, the name of this book is Parenting the Child You Have by Aypril Porter. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure that you share the live, and comment and let me know your name, your city, and what you're currently reading or have recently read. This is book talk, so we're going to talk about books. I definitely want to know what book you're reading and what city you're tuning in from. Welcome into the room. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to share this live. Don't forget to, if you want to catch the replay, go over to my YouTube channel. I'm over there at Jaleesa the Golden Child as well. But welcome. Thank you so much for joining. But again, this is my weekly Book Talk Tuesday, where I talk about the books that I'm reading. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Please make sure that you share the live. But today we're going to be discussing Parenting the Child You Have by Aypril Porter. And this book is all about shifting from trying to fix our kids to really seeing, honoring, and supporting who they already are. It's about honoring our kids' unique design instead of trying to make them fit into society's mold. So we're going to be starting with chapter 1 of Parenting the Child You Have. And the first chapter is What is Human Design? So, this so I've been studying human design since 2022. I was introduced to human design in 2016, but I actually started studying it in 2022. I actually got a certification in human design. So I'm really excited to share about this book and how you can further work with me when it comes to understanding and applying what you're learning about human design to your life and to your parenting. So thank you so much for joining. Make sure that you share this live. Um, okay. My phone be on do not disturb, but people still be sending the messages too. But thank you so much for joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So chapter 1 again is entitled What is Human Design? So the introduction really sets the stage for highlighting how much pressure parents feel to do things right. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're a parent and you just feel this pressure to get it right. If you feel like there's so many things that you need to do as a parent that, society is telling you need to do to parent correctly. Aypril Porter invites us to release comparison and judgment and instead embrace the child we actually have instead of trying to parent them and mold them into the children we want them to be or the child that our parents wanted us to be. This book shows you how to really parent the child that you have. So Aypril introduces human design as a synthesis of ancient wisdom and modern science. So if you've never heard about human design, let me know. But I'll share with you how to get your human design chart in a little bit. But human design combines astrology, the I Ching, the Kabbalah, quantum physics, and the chakra system into a blueprint for how we are uniquely designed. They tell you, oh, there's no blueprint to life. Oh, there's no blueprint to your child. Human design, I found, is that blueprint. It's literally been the key to unlock doors when it comes to how I parent my unique child. This system reveals how we're meant to use our energy. Hey, mama, welcome. It reveals how we're meant to make decisions and move throughout life in a more aligned and intentional way versus how we're programmed and conditioned to believe where to live and live our lives. Human design doesn't predict the future. I'm telling you that now. It's not a fortune teller type of thing, but it shows tendencies, strengths, and challenges for you and for your child. In parenting, this means seeing your child as already whole, designed with purpose, and worthy of being honored just as they are. When utilizing human design, parenting becomes less about control and more about honoring individuality and fostering authentic relationships with your child. Okay. So just a reminder, I am live streaming this on YouTube. So if you want to go back and catch the replay and you're on TikTok, go over and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can watch the replay of this video if you're just joining. So I'm going to give you some key insights. Again, if you're just joining, drop your name if you so choose, your city, and what you're currently reading, what you recently read, or a book that you want to read. I would love to know what's on your bookshelf or your book wish list. Let me check the comments over here on YouTube to make sure that I'm not missing anyone or anything. Okay, we are good. All right. So that was the chapter summary, really just some key points from the chapter. I'm going to go into more detail, give you more key insights and some commentary from this book. Okay, so some key insights are that human design is a blueprint for authenticity. It gives us language for who we are and how we operate. Okay. There is no such thing as one size fits all parenting. Every child has a different energetic need. Every single child. So the more you understand and the more you learn about your child's human design, the easier it will be to parent them as they are. And human design for me has helped me to, hey Nikita, hey girl. Human design has really supported and helped me with like building individual relationships with my children and understanding how to parent them in a way that matches their personality. And really understanding their behaviors and the things that they do, and just not trying to condition them to be like how I want them to be as far as like them being good, behaved, well behaved children. It's really me understanding them and who they are and how to go about parenting them in the way that is supportive for me and supportive for them. So, human design um, is really behavior, understanding that behavior is design driven. And what frustrates us about how our children behave or how they act is really a way for us to understand that, it's simply how their energy flows. And hey, Steppa, welcome. Thank you for the gift. You're so sweet. But it's really for us to understand how their energy flows and what it is they need from us as parents. And understanding this helps us to know that decision making, when it comes to us and them, that matters. And human design lets you know how you best make decisions and how your children best make decisions. So you can kind of sort of mind read like what they're going to do and how they're going to respond to certain things. And each energy type in human design has its own strategy, which helps to reduce resistance. And for me, like knowing this about my kids, I can ask them questions in a certain way, like a certain energy type. They need to be asked yes or no questions. But another energy type needs to be asked open-ended questions. And this will simply help you when it comes to like giving them guidance or giving them directives or trying to figure out the next steps that they desire or like how to prevent meltdowns. This for me is huge. And understanding this was a huge part of this for me. Parenting, parent healing is essential. Knowing our own design helps us to stop projecting our unmet needs onto our kids. Because a lot of times we have unmet needs from our experiences as a child that cause us to parent our children in a certain way. So this has really helped me to deal with and heal my own inner child so that I can parent from a more healed version of myself. Thank you so much, Depa. Um, Another key point from the book is connection comes from curiosity. I talked about asking those questions, really getting to know your child, asking questions so that you can understand them as a individual versus trying to understand them from a like authoritative um perspective, like trying to rule over them. It's really understanding them so that you can parent your child in a more loving and a more supportive way than just trying to get them to behave or be obedient. So you want to raise free thinkers. You don't want to just raise workers or those that are going to fall in line with what society wants. So that for me, that's my desire. Okay, that is why I incorporate human design into how I am raising and parenting my children. And the last thing is understanding that your child is whole and they don't need to be fixed. Our children are more whole than we are because they haven't had as many negative experiences as we've had. So they're a whole person. They're healed. They are literally going through life in a way that is more aligned than we are. But the more that we try to force them into the boxes that society wants us to put them in, or that we've been put into as children, the less likely they will continue this role of being whole and being healed. So, understanding that your child is complete, human design just helps you to see the truth more clearly. It's literally the blueprint to understand the different intricacies about your child and how to parent them from that perspective. So, I'm going to give you some practical application for how to really implement this into your parenting. And it's not just about parenting. Human design can be used for any relationship. You can use human design to see your compatibility when you make connections with people, whether it's intimate relationships, business relationships, acquaintances. It is something that you can apply to really see how you best can best navigate relationships with people in general. I'm just talking about now parenting because that's the book that I'm reading, Parenting the Child You Have by Aypril Porter. So, practical application. This can be looking up your child or your human design chart. And it's free. You can get it from my website, jaleesahardy.com, where you can go and get your free human design chart and really learn more about human design, how I've implemented and applied it to my life, as well as things that you can do to continue to work with me when it comes to human design. So again, my website is jaleesahardy.com. You can go there and get your free human design chart, and also look at some reports for that you can get for your child, and you can also get them for yourself. So the next thing is experiment with observing your child's energy flow instead of labeling behavior. So for example, my daughter, there are 5 different energy types, and she's the energy type called a manifester. And she's very fiery. And if she is in a space and place where her needs are unmet, it's going to show up as anger. And instead of me labeling it as anger, or like saying she's too much or she's too angry or she's whatever, instead of labeling it, I know that that's her not self theme. I know that she's angry because there's a need that's unmet. So I can meet her where she is to find out what she needs to meet that need so that she can go back to her calm and peaceful self. And that is something that I missed as a child, because I was labeled for so many different things instead of people trying to understand what need that I had that was unmet. The next thing is to notice where your child naturally thrives and affirm those strengths. The way that I was raised, there was so much focus on the negative. There was so much focus on what I didn't do. There was so much focus on my mistakes that my strengths were kind of overlooked. They weren't affirmed. So, not as much as my mistakes were. The next thing is practice parenting by imitation, especially if your child is the projector energy type, projector, manifester, or reflector energy type. Asking those open-ended questions instead of giving constant directives, because specifically manifestors, they don't like to be bossed around. They're really not here to be parented. They're here to be guided. And then the next thing you can do is use human design language in your home to normalize their uniqueness and normalize applying and them understanding their human design as well as you understanding their human design. And then the last thing you can do to practically apply this is keep a parenting journal to reflect on your triggers, your wins, and your lessons. And this parenting journal will give you the opportunity to see what needs that you have that are unmet, okay, as a parent, so that you can heal and deal with those things while you're working on parenting your child. So I want to know, as I'm wrapping up, what was your favorite key point or aha moment from today's live video? And what was your biggest takeaway about human design and how it might change the way you see yourself or your child? Hey, Trail. This is my book talk Tuesday, and this is I plan to do them every Tuesday, but we'll see how it goes. Um, Next Tuesday will be the next one. The time will be To be determined. I'm not sure exactly what time I'm going to go live, but we will see. But if you really want to explore human design with me and see how you can really apply human design to your parenting or your life in general, book a self-discovery and alignment session with me. I will drop that link in the description of the clip of this video. And also you can go over to my YouTube channel to watch the replay. But again, go over, if you're not following me, follow me here, but also subscribe to my YouTube channel at Jaleesa the Golden Child, where you can catch all the replays, go back and view the replays from previous Book Talk Tuesdays, and make comments in the community as well. So that is all I have for today. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for those that have watched the replay. Thank you for those that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. You all are absolutely amazing. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the support. So how I close out all my videos. If nobody told you today, I love you. I see you. And I'm so proud of you. You're doing amazing. Even if it doesn't feel like it or seem like it. All right. Peace, y'all. See you in my next video.